Hello and welcome to this week Pen Rambling. So my name is Agnes and this week we're going to talk about this ink. Now this ink, Kopi or Kaw, is actually made by PenGallery, so it's exclusive to PenGallery. So like many inks made by Diamine, so there are some retailer exclusive. So PenGallery actually have a few of those exclusive inks that collaborate with Diamine, and this year it is actually Kopi or Kaw. And if you're in a forum where there's fountain pen and inks, actually you may have seen this ink before. I'm going to do some swatches later on, as well as maybe some interesting shots of that ink which I already took earlier. So Kopi or Kaw. Okay, so Kopi or Kaw. Kaw is actually means very, what is that word already? Very rich. Okay, so the if you're from the Western country, the closest that I can express the similarity will be espresso, not Americano. Okay, espresso. And you see this picture here. Okay, this teacup is actually a very traditional teacup where it's made by porcelain, and it is served in most of the time, long time ago, now still have some shop that they use this cup, this exact cup, to serve this coffee. So if you have a chance to go to Penang, and there are still some local Penang shop, coffee shop, that still do this for breakfast, where you order this Kopi or Kaw, and then it will have a set of breakfast, which is half-boiled egg plus a toast, where the toast is usually be with kaya. Kaya will be like our condiment, like your peanut butter from the Western country. So go and have a try at this set of breakfast that's very famous in Penang. Other places also have, but Penang is actually a good place to have this for breakfast. All right, so this is PenGallery exclusive. So when you open this packaging, okay, so you will see this explanation, or kind of like history, okay, where our coffee shop is locally call it as Kopitiam. And then so you may have heard especially the local dialect here, where that people say, let's go hang out at Kopitiam. So it will be like the very traditional type of coffee shop. Okay, so created by PenGallery, as I mentioned, is a collaboration with collaboration of Diamine and PenGallery. So inside here is a very dark brown, and it is dark enough to be mistaken as black, which you'll see later on in this this one. And it does have a little bit of this aroma. The aroma, they try to mimic the coffee. So if you do like inks that have some sort of fragrance, this might be one for you. And do remember, do not drink this ink. Okay, do not drink this ink. So the brown in this is not this light, it's actually really dark. So when I open here, this cap, can you see that? Can you see how dark that is? And I actually stained my hand. Luckily today I don't have. It's really staining. It has a very deep red undertone for this coffee, which you'll see later on. I'll stain my hand to let you see that how much it can stain, and the color, that the undertone for it. So it's a very typical diamond bottle, and it is in a glass bottle. 80 ml. I'm not so sure how many fluid ounce is that. And then I'll show you some sheen of this, because you cannot see the sheen. Can you see? I don't think. I'll insert a picture where you can see the sheen on the top of the mouth of the bottle. Now I already inked this pen, which I seldom talk about, really seldom. It is actually Noodler's pen. I'm not so sure which version is this, because I bought it and it's kind of like almost 10 years ago when I bought this. Because I bought it because I want to try the flex nib on this pen. However, being a stainless steel, it is a very rigid type of nib. So in the end, I put it away, and then I did not even bother to look it, to have a consideration to use that. Okay, so I did a sample already. So can you see that it is really dark enough to be mistaken as a black? And if you do the smearing, it will be like this. I think it will call it as a cooler dark brown. I don't have much brown with me, so the brown that I may have, I'll try to see if it's anywhere near to Yamaguri, which I doubt it is. I know it's very far away from Lidi Tea. I know it's very far away because this is quite light. Can you see this? And can you see that? Ink is the hardest one to make review of, but I'm gonna show you. So like any diamond ink, it is a very well behaved ink. Anything you can trust the ink produced by diamond. It is this one, and if you own Manggis, you will know this. The inks actually kind of like never dry down, even though it looks like it's already dry. So if your hands are the type of those that go sweaty, you better don't smear your hand across a page full of Manggis. Manggis is a very beautiful dark purple, which is the closest one is that I own is Yamabudo, but with a grey sheen. Yamabudo sheen is not that heavy. Manggis is even heavier. However, like I mentioned, it is like never dried. Now this one, okay, granted that my hand is actually sweaty right now, the ink doesn't smear at all. Well, if I like rub it hard enough, it will smear. But we all know that not to smear, not to rub them too hard. So let me show you the better writing sample. Okay. Bad idea. So this is like before drying, so it's a well-behaved ink. Okay, so this one. Okay, so this is one, and this is this one. It has a very deep red undertone. Okay, so I'm gonna let that one dry and then let you see how much it's staining. Okay, and then right, so oh my goodness. Alright, so let's kind of like wipe them away as much. So this is how much, like a few seconds worth of ink stain, and as you can see here, it does have some green. Okay, it does have a green and then red. Let's drop and see what it will become. I find it very interesting as a brown ink, and it will become red, sorry, green later on. You may be able to see some green and red spreading. It's a very interesting ink. It has some unique scent as well. I'll let you see this one. So let me get my glass pen, and then let's see how much Yamaguri, although I think it's very far away. Yamaguri will be like okay, so it's a different type of brown, I would say. Not so sure if you can see. Okay, you can see now. Okay, so it's a much cooler brown compared to this one. So if you have Yamaguri, would you consider getting Kopi or Kaw as your brown in your collection? Because as you can see from this video, it seems to be like in a similar way. However, you can see that this is Yamaguri, this is this one, Kopi or Kaw. It will turn more like a true type of brown where you know that it's brown, compared to this one where you might want to guess, is it a dark brown, a black, or a brown. And it does sheen, which I'm not so sure if the camera able to pick it up, because sheen is one of those things that not everyone like to see. But as you can see on the mouth of the bottle just now, it relieves a green sheen on the correct paper. Okay, so this pen, okay, you see that it has some green, some red, and sometimes it shows some turquoise too. Okay, I need to wash this later on. Okay. Right, so this pen I did not buy for, no, I bought it for the tip as a flex pen. Okay, but it's too stiff. Okay, too rigid. So in the end, I kept it there. I never wanted to ink it up again until now. Like now, I figured that I'll just use it like a normal pen, normal fountain pen, not to expect that it is a semi-flex stainless steel pen. I may, because the nib is actually quite nice, just that it is really not for flex nib. Alright, so this is my sharing of ink with you. Do you prefer me to share only pen and not the other what do you call this thing, other pen related item, or you don't mind to share, you don't mind me sharing where if I have a pen, a ink, or maybe paper in a pen rambling? Right, so that's it. Until then, you take care and bye bye from me.